So I want to chat with you just for a second here before I finish up my walk. I'm out here loving on myself a bit. That's really what it is, you know. I never used to think of it that way. I just thought of it as work, like a job I didn't want to do. And it wasn't until I understood that we only get through life by creating it the way we want it to. We only get through life successfully creating it the way we want it. And we can't even do that if we don't have a happy, healthy, the facilitator of that life, like our bodies, our minds, our bodies. So I want to chat at you for a second about that body and about that life and about being radically honest, because radical honesty is the hardest thing for all of us, and it's the biggest thing that'll change your life is radical self-honesty. And I'm going to give you a little story as an example. I've been a mom for a long, long time. I've been a mom for a long time. For like 24 years. 24 years. I got a 24-year-old kid who also has a kid. And it wasn't until I got through many of those years with lots of struggles and pains and difficulty, struggling, the struggle life, in a lot of ways, in my diet, in my relationships, and my money, and my home, and my marriage, my partnership, everything, with my parents, with the world, and schools, and religion, my spirituality, everything, my weight, everything it came clearer in my radical self-honesty. And I struggled on all those things before I had that. And the reason I struggled is because growing up as a kid, I didn't have what I considered at the time to be a great childhood, or have great instruction, or have great parenting. You know, I didn't have a mom as a kid that I looked back at for a long time. I looked back at her being kind of a failure as a mother, you know, and that's so shitty. But it wasn't a failure. It was like, you know, well, there was just so many problems. I had a lot of resentments and a lot of anger and a lot of blame for not knowing. And I didn't even know, and that's why I could blame her. The more I've learned was my mom didn't really know what she wanted either. She wasn't clear on her life when we were kids, and she wasn't able to be radically self-honest. And what I mean by that is, because my mom wasn't the mom that I wanted to be, that I thought I wanted to be, or that I wanted, you know, because she didn't seem to be that mom. I put a lot of judgments on her and expectations and all this because she wasn't what I necessarily wanted. But because it was painful and I struggled, and I saw my mom struggle mainly, you know, my mom struggling is what caused me so much pain. It wasn't that anything necessarily with me, it was her struggles. And the struggles that she had created a lot of insecurities and doubts and things in me, but it also set up this idea in my mind of what I wanted to be as a mother, and who I wanted to be, and how I should be. You know, because I had so many judgments about my mom and what kind of mother she was. It made all these things and expectations in my mind of the mother I was supposed to be in order to be a good mom. And then I looked around the world and saw other mothers doing it the way I wanted to. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to do it like that because that looks successful, that looks happy, that looks well, you know. And the things in my own youth that were pleasing or that I like overkilled on, you know. So gifts and presents and treats that I might have gotten as a kid that I loved because we were broke. You know, we were so broke that was not all the time, but that's how we were shown love, was through gifts and presents. Once I started making money, once I started having an income that exceeded my living, I just got eccentric. I got crazy on the gift giving and the presents and the showering of stuff to show my love, because I didn't know how else to show it. But at the same time, I was working all the time and I had no time. And I was telling my kids, yeah, we'll do that when I get a little more time. When this slows down or when that slows down, all these things. But I had plenty of gifts. I had plenty of stuff, you know, and I was doing all the jobs and had the big house and had the white picket fence. And, you know, I was a successful entrepreneur with this business and this partnership and you know, and from the outside it looked like everything was wonderful and everything was great. But the truth of it was we were in debt. You know, the truth of it was we had to work our asses off every single day to maintain that lifestyle that we were wanting to live, but not really wanting to live. It's just what we thought we wanted to live. And it took being really radically honest with myself and being like, wait a minute. What do you really want? You know, what do you really want? Not what do you want to set up for your children? Not how do you think you should be for your children? Not what will make your parents proud? Not what will show the world that you have arrived? You know, not trying to be enough. What do you want? And I came back to, I just want to live. I just want to create. I just want to be with my people. I don't necessarily want to be that mom that I tried to be for like 20 years, you know, that did everything for everybody and cleaned up everything for everybody and was always there for everybody. Every second of every minute I was there. And I made sure everybody had everything they wanted before they'd ever want it. And my partner, you know, and da-da-da-da-da. I was doing all the things to be the perfect mom and to be the perfect wife and to be the perfect entrepreneur and to be the perfect house cleaner and to be the perfect. And I call myself the most perfect domestic engineer I was working to be. I was a domestic engineer and I was aiming to be a perfect one. And I was miserable. And I had lots of money and no time. And I had lots of customers and no connections. And I had lots of, you know, people in my life and no deep, true love, not even within me. And so when I found all these things and got real radically honest, I realized that, you know, I don't want to do everything for everybody in life forever. That's not the mom I want to be. I want to be the mom to create change, you know, the changes I've made, the changes I've done. I want to stick to that. I want to get clearer on that. I want to get more specific on that. I want to show my children exactly how to live out a successful, happy life, you know, a full circle, away free from the bullshit, you know, whatever the bullshit is that binds each of us. And so many of us are bound because that's why the world is searching. It's searching. Ask anybody. So if you want to stop searching, get radically honest. I was searching for so long. I was struggling. I was making choices that were harmful and hurtful. I had energy leaks all over the place. I was sabotaging myself in a million areas. You know, it showed on my body. It showed in my mind. It showed in my relationships. It showed in my money. It showed in every choice I made all the time. And now I have alignment, I have clarity, I have focus, and I have time. I have so much time. If anything, there's days where I'm like, I think I'm going to take a nap because I have so much time and I'm sleepy. Let's take a nap. You know, I've worked today. I've worked my body. I've eaten healthy. I've worked my mind. I've spent time with my family. I've exercised my skills and hobbies. I've done things. And even if I haven't and I'm tired, I'm like, let's take a nap. So life is so much more fucking legit now than it ever was before. And it literally was some slight tweaks and pivots, but made radical differences in my life. And the biggest part was the radical self-honesty that I had to come to. And it changed everything. And it's changed everything for me. It's changed everything for my partner. It's changed everything for my children. It'll change everything for the rest of the world going forward. Everybody that I have contact with, my life changes now that I've changed it. Because it's a ripple effect. We're all connected. We're all together. And it's a ripple. So evaluate who and what you want to be. And it's okay to be a mom that doesn't want to do it all. You know, I did for a long time. I did. And I was unhappy. And now I know I can, but it doesn't matter. I don't want to. I want to be the mom that draws. I want to be the mom that paints. I want to be the mom that hugs. I want to be the mom that walks. I want to be the mom that eats healthy food. I want to be the mom that shares my knowledge and wisdom with my children and my friends and my family, and I want to share that with the world in such a bigger way. And it's okay if we want to be those moms that do all the baking and hang out with the little kids and go to the parties and do this and do that. But I'm not that mom, and that's not what I want to do. I want to show my children how to do them. I want to show the world how to do them. You know, I want to connect with young people that are searching for how to do them and be an example. And whatever parts of my experience intertwine and mix with those having their own experience, that's what I want to do. I don't want to fit into some box of who I'm supposed to be because I thought that's how I had to do it. I want to own that I get to. 110% of my life, I want to own that I get to, that I don't have to. And I want you to understand that you have the same opportunity, you have the same privilege, you have the same choices of getting to versus having to. So think of your life as get to, not have to, and how do you want to get to do it and do that? So think about it. Have an awesome day. Enjoy getting to do life and not having to. I'll see you later. Peace out.